Hi guys, it's Madison from Daydreamers Podcast. We're here with David Vance.
Woo!
So happy to be here today. We are in Columbus. We're doing some artist interviews. I want to thank you guys so much for checking in. I appreciate you guys watching. Subscribe. Make sure you guys go check out his YouTube channel, Spotify. What are you, Apple Music?
Everything, and we're everywhere. We're worldwide, baby. You know what I'm talking about.
Hell yeah. All right, let's get into it.
I'm here for you. I'm here for you. I'm here for.
David, today we are here talking about what you do as an artist. So I just wanted to get into that. So who are you? What are you about? What type of music do you do?
Yeah, my name is David Vance. So I'm from Columbus, Ohio. I'm an electronic music producer, DJ. I'm also a singer-songwriter. I write all kinds of genres, but I've really found my niche in the electronic community. So been rocking and rolling with that. Yeah.
Yeah, I've been watching him perform probably since 2020. Do you want to talk about like your first shows that you were doing?
Yeah, absolutely. So I started actually right before COVID, which was pretty cool, but a little unfortunate. My first show was, I believe, in February of 2020, and got very excited just for the world to shut down. But it gave me time, to hone the craft and to really dial in my bedroom and drive my family crazy when I was still living at home. And then, we started doing some shows towards the tail end of COVID, maybe a little bit early, but it is what it is. And got a chance to get way more comfortable in front of crowds, and here we are.
Hell yeah. Do you want to tell us what you've done in like the last year or so with your music?
Yeah.
And what you've been doing and just kind of like what we're looking at for the next year?
Yeah, absolutely. So over the past year, started putting out some original music as well as some collabs. Had the honor to work with some of my heroes, like Dion Timmer. Put a song out with him that's been going crazy. It's called Dreamwalker. Also put out a handful of originals, and they've been doing pretty well. It's been really great to see the response to that. It's always really crazy to me when I mix an original song in next to one of my hero songs and the crowd keeps the same energy and vibe. Always a blessing. And then coming up next year, we've already been teasing, working with Sub Doctor, which
I've seen that.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God.
Which, Preston, if you're watching that, you suck. Give it up.
Oh.
No, I'm totally.
You fucking suck.
Yeah, terrible. No, he is the sweetest soul of a human being on the planet. Yeah. And we literally, I did a show with him, crushed the set, and then I met him a second time, and he, it was really, really crazy. He was like, yo, I remember that. And he just gave me my shot as a vocalist and was like, yeah, man, send me something, we'll go from there. And it's been crushing. EDC Orlando, Shambhala. He's been playing it everywhere. It's going insane. And then
that is really crazy. I did not know that all.
Yeah.
Like, that is so cool.
It's been a real blessing. And then got a chance to work with Hi, I'm Ghost, who's also, been somebody that I've looked up to for a long time. I remember being actually being at EDC Orlando in 2019 and hearing Death Rail. I think it was right before it came out. And just watching the entire crowd flock to that. And then obviously he's been crushing it ever since, but been a real blessing working with him as well. Got to perform with him at Lost Lands and at Dance Festopia on stage.
That was very cool. I was watching all of your like Lost Lands videos. Like, this is so sweet.
Yeah.
I wish I was there.
Yeah.
So cool. How was that?
Insane. Nathan is like such a pure person. He's also a father. He also has a little one. His baby's just a little bit younger than mine, so it's great talking to him on some real life stuff. But it's really funny to watch him go from being like this super sweet human to just murdering crowds. With some of the most aggressive music, but it's really awesome. And then with 2024 coming up, we've got a lot in store. Not to talk too much on this. I'm very excited though.
No, you're totally fine. We're here for you today.
Yeah, I just had the blessing to work with one of my heroes, OK.
Okay.
On a track, and he, has worked famously with Marshmello and Noah Cyrus, and then has the,
That's really cool. That's definitely cool.
Massive tunes like Thief and so forth, so on. So
is it that's a thief in the night?
Exactly.
Oh my God, I love that song.
Yeah, he's phenomenal. And same thing, just one of those of like shooting my shot and him giving me a chance, and now we're sitting on a hit. So it's a lot of fun.
Just wanted to get into a little bit with your team. Like, how have you built your team in the last like few years and everything?
Yeah.
What else have you been like? How do you keep your team together? How do you keep everybody and yourself good?
Yeah. Well, it's definitely.
Any shout outs also?
Yeah, so it definitely kind of formed organically. It started with me and my brother Gunnar Bernhardt, who is, I think, arguably the best photographer on the planet. Truly, I'm not just saying that because he's over there behind the camera. I think he's an absolute animal. He was at my very, very first show, so we have like really silly footage of me playing in like little basements and dive bars, and then now we're cutting to a few thousand people on some of these shows. And then I got to meet Virg through, I believe through the Space Camp team.
Yeah.
And, I immediately was like, yo, this guy's just like naturally cool. Like he's doing this merch stuff.
Right.
And then he's like, yeah, I'm a shooter too. Like I'm behind the camera going crazy. And I was like, well, hold up. Like, what are we doing? So we started working together. And then the, I guess, newest addition, but he's been on the team for 2 years. On the media side, Jason Crockett, JC Media.
I know you were mentioning him before.
Absolute animal of a videographer and just an editor and all of those things. And now, we've shot everything. We've shot Sudden Death, Excision. We've done some really crazy shows together.
Sudden Death is the best.
Yeah, we've got to travel the country, the same thing, with the whole team. And keeping them motivated. Honestly, it's going to sound super, super cheesy and cliche, but like it always feels like it's the opposite. Like those guys keep me going, if that makes sense. Like when I'm like, shit, man, like this is getting real hard. They're like, yo, you're real close. Like we're right there. We're right on the cusp. Let's keep it going.
It's definitely hard to keep like that momentum and then like the balance.
Yeah.
And you also have like a family as well. So do you want to talk about you being a dad and stuff? I know a lot of people might not know, but David Vance is also a dad.
Yeah, so I got a little one. I'm really blessed that she's a little 2-year-old headbanger. So it's as cool as it can be. It sounds crazy, but I mean it. Like I use her as like my little like a test dummy.
You're like,
if you
how
will.
does this sound? And she's like,
I'm telling you, like I'm in the studio and I'll be writing, and I'm whether that's on guitar, piano, or we're making wubs, whatever. And if she's not dancing and vibing, I scrap the project. I'm like, that's not the one. Like,
that's crazy.
But I'm telling you, like it's
For real,
like I'm so serious. Like she's just got like a little ear for it. Like she'll be over there coloring and vibing in the studio, and then if I catch her like bobbing, I'm like, that's it.
You're like,
that's it. And then we both kind
of
of give each other a look, a little fist bump. She'll tell me.
So does she want to be like you?
Well, she's 2, so I don't know. I'm hoping that I can inspire her to do whatever she wants.
2-year-olds can't talk.
She can, but she's not like, yo, daddy, you're the sickest producer.
But once she gets to that point, she's going to be like,
Yeah, I'm hoping that she's not like, give it up. But, but she, I mean, for what it's worth, yeah, she definitely, like, it's so crazy to me. Anytime I play even a snippet of one of my songs, she knows it. Like, she's like, that's Daddy's song. And she does this like little gallop thing. That's her version of dancing right now.
Oh my
God.
I
just,
that is so cute.
Melts my heart.
Has she seen you perform live? Did you have your family come for Lost Lands or anything like that?
Not yet. So like with her being so young, I think it's like a little tough right now.
Yeah.
But I definitely like, I'm already like thinking about it for next year.
Thinking about it, yeah.
We're locking in some venues that I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna put the big earphones
ear protections.
on. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, you gotta wear ear protection. I'm like,
got to.
I'm going. It's going.
I advocate for it, and then I forget mine every single show, and I go to sleep to like just the
Oh my
I'm
God.
like, yep, should have worn those.
Dude,
so.
I had my like little. They have like a little circular thing that you put the earbuds in, and I opened it up at a festival and was like, there's literally nothing in here except for like 2 foam ones. I'm like, where did the good ones go?
Yeah,
like, come on.
That was me. I bought like a custom set for like my whole team, just like off Amazon, but they were like the ones that had the filters in them. And yeah, I think at this point, I don't think any of us have them. Like one of us, we have, or my worst thing that I do is I always, in my sets, like I would take them out so I could hear the crowd like sing, or do like a sing along or something.
Cool.
And I would put them in my pocket, and then, the dryer gets them. the washer and dryer just get a hold of them, ruining it for me.
Okay, so what was it like being on the road? I know you just did the What Is Life tour.
Yeah, so we're wrapping up the What Is Life tour. Being on the road is right now rough. We're up and coming, so we're really doing it. A lot of it's traveling in my Malibu and being all stuffed in there. So usually
Sleeping
traveling
in the car.
Yeah. Well, at truck stops sometimes,
I feel that.
we do our best to get in the hotel, but it does get pretty useless because you're there for like an hour.
Right.
But yeah, being on the road is a lot of fun. It's you drive all of this way to go to do a show, but in that time in between, you get to, find out really like, who your friends are and what their favorite music is. And, sometimes you stop at a Chick-fil-A and your friend's flirting with the waitress at Chick-fil-A and you're like, that's the road trip. Yeah, and you're like, what's going on back there? What's going on back there? You know what I'm talking about?
So where have you been? How many stops were on that tour, and where have you been in the last few months?
Shoot. So we kicked off the entire tour down in Orlando. We headlined Guilt, which the club just now closed. Nothing related to my show. Our show was great.
You did something.
Yeah. But no, for real, we were really, really blessed to kick it off there. Guilt is a legendary venue of the home of infamous EDC Orlando after parties. Yeah, it's
I did
a
not know
great
that.
venue, and it was the first time that I really had the chance to take some of my best friends on the road. So I took Raiden Labs, who's my brother, my big brother. Took him down there with me and got to watch him crush it.
That's crazy.
And then one of my best friends, Chris Harris, goes by Blue. I got to take him on the road also and just watch him destroy it in front of a packed crowd. So
Oh my gosh, that's that's literally what is life.
yeah.
It's been crazy watching him progress in the last few years. I think probably since, when did you really start? Space Camp was when I met you, so that was like 2020, 2019, something like that. And then like the progression of just everything going up. Do you want to talk a little bit about what you did previously, like music-wise? Because you're not just an EDM artist, you also are like guitar, vocalist,
absolutely.
live performer.
Well, so my music roots, I feel like a lot of kids in the scene, they come from like Warped Tour, like all the alternative and pop punk. And my favorite band, a lot of guys give me crap for it, but it was Never Shout Never. I love Never Shout Never.
He was singing that earlier. I was like, I remember that. I like that a lot.
And just watching that and studying that, and then bringing, the different more poppy chord progressions and, catchy little hooks into EDM has been a lot of fun. But yeah, I started learning guitar. I think it was like 14, and one thing led to another.
So you were like always a musician? Were you always into like music and stuff like that growing up?
Yeah. So it started off with Guitar Hero,
God,
and I was just shredding crowds. I mean, it was insane. I had a lot of fans and supporters. But when I left that genre of music, I moved to the acoustic side of things. Then it was just me in the mirror singing to myself.
That's awesome.
Yeah, but no, 100%. I've been into music forever, and it's just kind of evolved. It's hard to find other people sometimes that are like super, super passionate about it. And producing gave me a way to make full songs by myself.
So not only do you do DJing, you produce, you play the guitar, and then is there anything else that we're missing that we don't know about?
Well, I think like something that's really helped me and made, my brand a little bit unique is the songwriting aspect. Dubstep and tear out and trap, and there are different subgenres where maybe it's a little simpler, or there's just a different structure. I wouldn't say simpler, but just a different structure. So bringing that aspect in and being able to write songs that have a story to tell versus just maybe a really crazy bass line, or I think that's pretty unique.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Is there anything that you want to tell everybody out there about being an artist or pursuing your dreams? I know you've had to like really, really grind the last few years.
Yeah.
It's not easy. So is there anything that you'd like to say?
My one of my good friends, Dale, he goes by Speed Shift. He was wearing a hat at Lost Lands, and it said overnight success is 10 years in the making. And that's been just staying in my head, and I think that's the biggest thing is it is gonna be a long time before you get where you want to go. I pray that everybody writes that one hit that sends them, through the stratosphere. But the truth is, it's a lot of bars and it's a lot of crowds that it's just you and your friends, that we still have shows where we'll go from there being 1,500, 2,000 people to me and the team and our girlfriends or,
Right.
Whatever. Like, and it's just like, all right, so just reminding yourself that it's about the journey and not about the destination, It's a lot of that.
Right. That's so awesome and inspiring to hear. I know you have some new merch out. Do you want to talk about that? I know I tried to get
Oh
something
yeah,
at the last show.
right here, man. So we got the new David Vance trucker caps coming 2024. You may have noticed the new symbol. We're switching it up a little bit. About to debut a bunch of new visuals, new merch, all of it. Yeah, we're really excited. I don't want to give away too much, but yeah, we're grinding on it right now. You're gonna be seeing
I
that.
peeped the hat and I was like, that is super sick.
That's at No Cosign. That's my brother Virgil runs the merch brand.
It's No Cosign. That's at No Cosign.
They add something. They added something like that. It's like no dot cosine something, but I'm telling you, the merch goes crazy, high quality. We're printing on the same stuff Yeezy's printing on, so I'm telling you, we really take it serious.
So, what is a project that you're looking forward to here?
Oh man. Okay, so I just got a chance to play Bluestone with Murata. And during that, I got to bring out one of my best friends and one of the most incredible producers that I know, Future Twist. We're working on Don't You Worry Child. He's actually here with us. Come over here and slide in here, Chris.
Let's bring him over.
I'm super excited. Hold on, I gotta get the mic ready. Look at that, he's slim, thick, boy. I'm telling you.
Welcome to it.
Yeah. So I don't want to take up too much of it, but yeah, let's talk about Don't You Worry Child a little bit, man.
Of course, yeah. It was, I think for a long time, I've been writing a bunch of music in like color bass and a lot of melodic stuff. And I think when you're an early producer, you're always like sending stuff out. And you're like, yo, do people like this one? Do people like this one? Started on a remix of Swedish House Mafia, Don't You Worry Child. And that was suddenly the one that everybody really liked. And so I was like, I've got something. I finally got something. Sat on it for like a year. And then one day I just like called David and I was like, yo, do you want to cover this? Do you want to like jump on this one? And it's in the works. It's like nearly finished. So
that's
like
don't you worry, don't you worry.
Listen, y'all, I'm not even gonna lie. It is probably the best remake of this song you're ever gonna hear. We worked crazy on it.
Where's it gonna be on? Like Spotify? YouTube?
Everything. YouTube,
Hell
Spotify.
yeah.
I don't know when this podcast is coming out, but we're about to start filming the music video for it.
Oh goodness.
So
and there's the label.
Okay. Yeah. That's the label calling. They're like, get it to us immediately.
I'm super excited.
So we're about to start shooting the music video for it. We're releasing it. Can we talk about it through Dubstep Gutter?
Yeah.
We'll bleep it if not. Dubstep Gutter, Dubstep Gutter, Dubstep Gutter.
We can say
There's 3 beeps.
That was the phone call. That was the phone call that I called him because I had just like Dubstep Gutter bought it basically, and they like I sent it to them and they were like, yeah, we want it. They're like, you can't distribute it with the original vocal though.
Right.
And so I called David and I opened. I was like, you want to release on Dubstep Gutter with me? And we were like, what? And I didn't even know you got the tattoo. Don't you?
I do. Listen, I actually have the star from Sebastian Ingrosso. He has the same star on his hand, part of Swedish House Mafia. And I was like, yes, absolutely. One of my favorite songs on the entire planet. Like, I didn't even have to, like, read the lyrics to record it. Like, it was one of those, like, I was like, I know how to do this one. And, like, we got to play it out the other night at the Bluestone, a legendary venue here in Columbus, Ohio.
It's really cool. You guys should check that out. I've vended there before. It's amazing. It's huge. It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's an old church. It's stunning. Yeah. And we got to debut a new visual. And we like the whole crowd held their flashlights up. It was
I
like
think
a
I saw that on IG. It was like really
it was a
cool.
really beautiful moment. But full circle, man. David Vance and Future Twist.
Hell yeah!
It's like who would have thought? Who would have thought that you'd want to work with little old me?
Someone fucking. It was great to be up at Bluestone and like. I think when you write a track that everybody knows, you're like sing, and you kind of just like cross your fingers and hope that they do. But like I couldn't hear the speakers anymore over like everybody else singing, and it was like they're all so locked in.
It was like it was one of those moments. That's amazing.
It was great. It was but I think what's funny, especially when you say full circle, is before I met you. You were playing at Scully's, and everyone was like, "Yeah, platinum recording artist David Vance." And for like maybe a week or two, I thought it was legit, and I was like, "This dude's balling. He's like in here." Yeah. And so I didn't even meet you. I met your team, and then one of your guys, they were like, "Yeah, like you're trying to like talk to David Vance." And I was like, "Yeah, like everybody else, like trying to get on a collab with him, trying to get on a track with him. He's obviously popping." And so then. Yeah, it's just kind of crazy that like after all this time that it's like yeah, we're here and this is like I'm so stoked for the track.
That's
like,
beautiful. Yeah, I'm so excited to hear that.
Absolutely.
Like, share, subscribe. Go check out David's music. Go check out his team. We're in Columbus. Thank you guys so much for watching.